I became the most unwanted player on the Hyper SMP, and here's how. It all started back in March when an online buddy of mine, 28 Hyper, reached out to me asking if I wanted to join his server, the Hyper SMP. He explained that it was just a vanilla server made up of smaller content creators to create their own stories and meet other creators. I, of course, said yes because, content, and joined the server. But I soon realized one detrimental detail. I was one of the only women on the server. Not only that, but the other members of the Hyper SMP were much better than me at PvP and grinding and really the game in general. But that didn't matter, right? I had a fresh start, a new server with new people where I can make my mark. As long as I could prove myself, join an alliance and get some decent gear, everything would work out fine, right? Within the first 5 minutes of the server launching, I got killed not once, but twice by the same person. I soon got to my senses and ran away from spawn to gather gear. I joined VC with Rage Demon, Thunder TM, and Vega, a few promising players who, like me, were avoiding spawn at all costs, and we decided to ally, not create a team per se, but rather just a pact that we wouldn't outright murk each other. Soon after gathering some gear, I headed off into the wide world of the Hyper SMP to find a base.
Hey, could you grab some hay bales if you get over there?
After some searching, I decided to hunker down in a small mushroom as my first base. And not too long after that, I got a message from Jack Arthur Taylor, Hyper's right-hand man, asking if I wanted to be in his and Hyper's team. Probably because I'm a woman, but hey, still a win in my book. So I joined VC with Hyper and Jack, and we discussed what would happen if we were to team.
Hey, I have a question. Would you be okay with Will joining our alliance as well whenever he gets off work?
No.
Or kind of a package deal?
Well, if you're a package, then you're gonna have to leave our team and join him.
Who was Will, and why was I trying so hard to get him on our team? Well, Will is another small creator who I've been making content with for quite some time. Besides Hyper, he was the only other person I knew going into the Hyper SMP, so that made us a package deal. And because Hyper refused for him to join our team, I decided not to team with Hyper and Jack. That and, well, being on the VC with them showed me that their team wasn't really for me.
Wear this video in my bum. Wear this video up my bum. Wear this video up my willy.
Shortly after I cut ties with Hyper and Jack, I started talking to Simon and Highswag, who you guys probably know from my other videos, and formed an alliance with them instead.
How can you have a video up your willy? That makes no sense.
I ended up leaving behind my mushroom house. It wasn't that I didn't like it, but I felt like I could make a much better place somewhere else. Besides, it's never a good idea to put your roots in one place, but maybe rather to have multiple places that you could go between if needed. So I left my humble mushroomy abode, and the search for a bigger, better base began. Finally landed on a beautiful jungle island and decided to build my next base on a little stone outcrop while everyone else played chess.
On the day the Hyper SMP comes out, you choose chess.
Everything was going great. I was learning the terrain around my new home, building a small wooden house, mining a quarry, and making a wheat farm. All was peaceful and quiet. Too quiet. And that's when I realized, for the whole start of the server, I had been so caught up in creating a new base and getting my gear that I had ended up alone. Everyone else had teams set in stone while I had mere allies, not teammates. As this weighed on me, I realized how quickly I'd become unwanted on this server. I was down in the dumps, to say the least, and as if things couldn't get worse.
Whoa.
Hey, Ace, get out! Ace, what are you doing here? Ace!
Go PvP!
Ace, please no, please. Please don't steal my stuff. Please stop.
Ace had somehow found my base, even though I had been quite careful in hiding my coordinates on stream. While him finding my base was a bit of a shock, he didn't kill me. He just hit me a bit, stole a few of my things as a kind of middle finger to me, and then left. After that, I was pretty tired, so I finished up my farm, ended my stream, and logged off for the night knowing that I was now the most unwanted player on the Hyper SMP. But little did I know, Ace wouldn't be the only one to find my base.